This is Water Valley Blue Devil Classic Football. This game features the Water Valley Blue Devils and the Senatobia Warriors. The game was played on October 15th, 2004 at Water Valley. The final score was Water Valley 25, Senatobia 34. And now here's Doug Carter and Lane Hart.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at Bobby Clark Field just prior to kickoff. The co-captains are meeting out there on the field. The coin toss has occurred. And Senatobia has won the toss and will receive.
The Warriors win the toss.
They either won the toss and has elected to receive, or Water Valley won the toss and deferred. The referee didn't really.
Well, he
didn't give the incomplete sign, so that leads you to believe that Senatobia did win the toss, and they want the football.
Yeah, they usually, when Water Valley wins, they usually tap them on the shoulder and then give the incomplete sign, as you say, and then complete the deal. So evidently the Warriors won it and want the ball first, which I don't blame them with a running back that averages 190-something yards a game. I'd want him on the field too.
I think they want to come out here and establish themselves and take control of the football game. I think they want to come out here and make a statement. They want to try to score first and force Water Valley to have to play from behind for the majority of the game.
Of course, ideally what Water Valley would want to do would be
a 3 and out
to stop them here and get the ball and start one of those patented long drives that they've been noted for this year. On the injury front, of course, Shannon Crow still out with an injured leg.
My understanding was that he's feeling much better. And if it were a division game, he could have suited up, and I think may have played some. But my understanding, I was talking to his father earlier in the week, and I think they decided that the fact that this is not a division game, let him heal up for one more week, and my understanding is the plans are for him to be back out on the field next week.
Should be ready to go by Coldwater, and that'll be good. Be good to see Shannon back out on the field because.
And rest assured, he's ready. He's ready. I bet if you left it up to him, he'd probably want to play tonight. I mean, he's itching. He's itching to get back out there.
Number 34, Jeffrey Vance, set to kick it off now for the Blue Devils. Back deep to receive for the Senatobia Warriors. Number 3, Jarius Webb, along with I think that's number 17. That's well, we don't have a 17. Maybe it's 13. No, it's probably 13, Jackson, now that I look at the number. And that is the man that you do not want to kick it to, is number 13.
Well, one thing I'd like to see Water Valley come out and maybe do is come out and play a little bit physical here and try to play some legs.
There's a dangerous situation, ball loose, and I believe the Blue Devils may have recovered that football. Then they have. That ball was bounding along there, looking like a rock skipping on flat water.
Well, the returner for Senatobia tried to come up and take it on the hop. But one thing I noticed he did is when he reached down to get the ball, he put his head up to see if he was fixing to get hit. Never saw the ball. But one thing I wish Water Valley would come out and do tonight is play a physical game. We hadn't really seen them turn loose and play physical, and that's kind of part of my theory that, hey, this is a non-division game. If you lose, so what? Let's cut it loose and play some football tonight.
Pierre Allen on the first carry takes it down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. The line of scrimmage was about the 33 and a half, so he picked up about 4 on the carry. Second down and 6 for the Blue Devils after recovering the fumble on the kickoff.
Senatobia defensively, they're like I said in the opening, they're very sound. Very rarely do you catch anybody out of position. They're good tacklers, and they're quick. They're quick up front, which allows them to do some stunning.
Give it again to Pierre. Pierre looking for some running room behind his blockers. He cuts it upfield, takes it down to about the 26-yard line. Let me correct myself. That was not a fumble. I don't actually think any of the Senatobia players.
A muff,
yeah. I don't think they ever actually had possession of the ball to fumble it.
You saw a pretty good job there by Senatobia defensively of stringing that play out. That's what they want to do. They want to string it out from sideline to sideline. And that was pretty good contained there. But Water Valley able to pick up a couple. Big third down play right here.
3rd and 3. Hawkins in motion. They pitch it back to Brandon. Brandon looking for some running room over the right side. Still on his feet, goes down inside the 25 to about the 24. He's going to be close, depending on the spot of the ball. course, in this particular situation, you're probably in 4-down territory.
First down.
First down, don't need to worry about it. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. We're just underway here. The Blue Devils got the ball on the opening kickoff. One of those bounding, rolling, skipping kicks from Jeffrey Vance, and the Blue Devils were able to recover it at 36 and are on the march.
Yeah, those kind of kicks work out good when you get the result that they got. But a lot of times, if you don't, then you're going to give your opponent good field position.
Straight ahead to number 24, Justin Mitchell. Justin still on his feet, driving for yardage. Takes it down to about the 21. Picks up about, call it 2 on the play. Call it second down and 8.
Collins, the Warriors. Gain of 2 on the play brings up second and 8 from the 21.
Give it to Pierre Allen. Pierre cuts it upfield. Takes it down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line.
I tell you, Doug, I'm so impressed with Pierre and his improvement since the beginning of the season. He is running with so much more authority, and right there, he gained what he could, and then he saw that he was pretty much end up. He put the shoulder down and just try to get what you can get. Good, hard, aggressive running, and just been really pleased to see that. And he's doing a lot better job of cutting it up in the hole. Used to, we'd see Pierre try to outrun him to the sideline, to the corner. Very much improved running style with Pierre.
Third down now, about 4. Straight ahead to Marcus Woodard. Marcus Woodard through a hole, still on his feet. Marcus Woodard, touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, what an effort. What an effort. First of all, there was a big hole there to begin with, and he just broke that tackle that Senatobia tried to put on him in the secondary, and bam, just like that. It's 6-0, PAT pending, and so instead of Senatobia taking the ball and trying to establish momentum, it's Water Valley who's done all of a sudden come out and taken over.
And Stephen Tucker connects on the extra point attempt, and it's 7-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. All right, we're ready to go now. Jeffrey Vance set to kick it off one more time. 8:55 left to go here in the first period of play. 7-0 Blue Devils as the Blue Devils recovered basically a long onside kick, you might as well say, and drove it in on a Marcus Woodard run. There goes again, and I tell you what, that's Lane are awful lucky they didn't have the same thing happen again. Very lucky.
I don't know. And the thing is, and I'm scared to ask somebody. I'm scared to ask anybody with the team if it's done on purpose or if he's just trying to just kick it and let it happen where it goes. Because I don't want to offend anybody. But,
that was almost a carbon copy.
Yeah, and when Vance has kicked all this year, he's always kicked a low screamer or a ground ball. And so I'm just wondering if Coach Hammond is just telling him just haul off and kick it and let it go where it goes.
Taylor Walker at quarterback. They give it to number 13, DeVale Jackson. Jackson looking to try to get to the corner, and he is shut off at the corner over there by number 3. That's Pierre Allen. Little or no gain on the play. Maybe a yard. Call it second down. Well, actually, he doesn't get any yards. Call it 2nd and 10.
If you can get him running sideline to sideline, that's more to your advantage. One thing I have found, Doug, through the years is when you play speed, quick teams, when you play very agile teams that are quick, like both these teams are, the best thing offensively is just to run right at them.
Quick pass out to number 3. That's Webb. And Webb takes it into Blue Devil territory at the 45 before he's finally knocked out of bounds by Brandon Hawkins.
2 things on that play. One, number 2, Jason Langan. Poor pursuit angle. He's got to look for that guy coming in and cracking back on him. He's got to get rid of him quicker. And for whatever reason, 13 Hawkins just kind of got caught flat-footed. And he's got to come up and support that play and be ready to make a tackle. You can't sit flat-footed and just let the guy run right by you.
Warriors had about first and
10 now for Senatobia from the 45-yard line of the Blue Devils with 8 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first period. 7-0 Blue Devils. Walker comes up to center, one back in the backfield, and that's Jackson.
They moved. Yep, Senatobia motion.
Penalty.
I think it was number 79.
Penalty marker on the play, number 79 being Dan Williams.
False start called against the Warriors.
That is the call. Back them up 5, and it'll be 1st and 15.
But getting back to that previous play, number 2, Jason Langdon was out there in pretty good shape to come up and make a play, but they kind of got a little bit of a chip block from the inside receiver. Came up and kind of chipped him and held him up. And what we called it back in my days, you got to get your head on a swivel. In other words, you got to get your head moving and try to see that guy quicker and get him out of the way.
1st and 15. They bring a man in motion and give it to Jackson once again, and nice Jace Hamilton right there with some penetration into the backfield. Drops him at about the 49-yard line.
Well, one thing Jace did real good there is, like you said, he got in the backfield, but he just didn't take off running upfield. He came across the line of scrimmage and he just kind of squatted. So that way, if he tried to cut inside of him, if the running back tried to cut inside of him, he was there to make the play. That's a habit that's real easy to get into, is when you are able to come across the line of scrimmage unattested, you had a tendency to just want to start running.
Walker in at quarterback now with an I formation in the backfield. Jackson is out of the ball game. You get 2 receivers to his left. He's got one wide open over there in the flat. That's number 7, Sean Johnson. And he's knocked out of bounds over there at about the 30. They're going to spot it at the 35-yard line, and that's enough for a a Warrior first down.
We got some confusion back there in the defensive backfield. Jason Langdon once again kind of getting caught out there by himself. And, he paid the price. He actually came inside to cover the inside receiver, and he left the outside guy open.
1st and 10 now for the Warriors from the Blue Devil 35. Hand it to the first man through. That's number 40, Stoney Crawford.
Stopped by Langdon in the Blue
That's
Devils.
something on the previous play, Doug. That's something that the coaches from Water Valley have got to be concerned about, because that play right there, when they completed the pass, it was 2nd down and about 12. You had them in a long yardage situation and could have brought up a 3rd and long, which is what you want. But you can't let them convert on 2nd and long and 3rd and long.
2nd down now and 5 for the Warriors from the Blue Devil 30. Back to pass. Has a receiver wide open down the middle.
Pass
Complete to number 7. That's Johnson. Touchdown, Warriors. And Devils going to have to do some work on their pass defense quickly, or this is going to get ugly.
Yep, you can't give up 30 and 40-yard plays. Once again, number 13, Hawkins, is just letting these guys run right by him for some reason. I don't know if it's in his technique. I don't know if he's got a proper cushion, whatever. But these guys are running right by him, and you can't allow that to happen.
40, Stoney Crawford to attempt the extra point.
Crawford now for the extra point attempt out of Jackson's hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and that makes the score 7-7. Tied up with 6:52 to go in the first period. We'll be back with kickoff after this. All right, we're back now. Crawford set to kick off for Senatobia.
Number 3, Pierre Allen back deep to receive for the Blue Devils.
Gerardo Roberson and Pierre Allen deep to receive for the Blue Devils. In a new ball game now, it's tied up 7-up. Kick goes to Roberson's side of the field. Gerardo catches it at about the 15. Gerardo got a little running room, breaks it into the open. Gerardo headed to the sideline, and he's run down from behind at 45 there.
Kind of got slowed up a little bit in a couple of his blockers, but still dug a great return. Almost gets it out to midfield, out to almost to the 45-yard line. Was real close to busting that one right there.
As you say, if he hadn't lost, he kind of had to stumble and regain his balance.
Yeah, he kind of got tangled up with some of his blockers because he was kind of waiting to see how those blocks were going to play out, and it kind of slowed him down a little bit.
1st and 10 Blue Devils from their own 45-yard line. 7-7 to score. Midway through the first quarter here. Hawkins goes in motion. They give it to Allen. Allen threw a big, that's Marcus Woodard. Through a big hole.
Man, if he could have kept his feet, he could have scored. I mean, the first person there to tackle him was number 7 for Senatobia.
Running right behind Larry Harris, number 66.
Blue Devil 1st and 10.
1st and 10 Blue Devils now as they are in a Warrior territory at the 44-yard line. This time they give to Hawkins. Hawkins into the open over off the right side. He's down to about the 30-yard line. Another Blue Devil first down.
Now there's a case there, Doug, where I think if Hawkins may have tried to break it to the outside, he could have gone the distance. Nothing wrong with what he did, but a lot of times once you break through that initial surge, because the first contact that's being made is being made in the secondary of Senatobia. I mean, Water Valley is just 1 or 2 steps away from busting it.
First down now for the Blue Devils from the 30-yard line of the Warriors. Allen in motion, they pitch it back to Pierre. Pierre looking for room straight up the middle, and he finds little there. Gains about 2 down to the 28.
Hit first by number 79, Dan Williams.
Now of course, I know it's early. We're just in the first quarter, but just keep this in mind how Water Valley's trying to establish this little running game, because now you're 2nd and 8. You may want to try a little play action pass, a little dump pass or something. See if you got them sucked up a little bit. I mean, you look at Senatobia's defense right there. Look at all the people around the line of scrimmage right there. Deepest man's 5 yards off the ball.
They give it to Pierre. Pierre looking for some running room, breaking tackles, takes it down inside the 20 to the 15. First down, Blue Devils.
You're right, Doug. You said a key word. He's breaking tackles.
Pierre Allen running hard. First and 10, Blue Devils from the 15-yard line now. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the first period. 7-7, and the Blue Devils are threatening. Allen in motion. This time they give it to Hawkins. Hawkins still on his feet. Gains a couple.
Play was a good play. It's just a little slow in development. Just something about the timing of that play just didn't look right. Still was able to pick up a couple yards.
Second down, 2nd and 9 from the 13 for the Blue Devils. Brandon Hawkins on the carry.
Senatobia's done. They've got to where now they're going to crowd that middle, and they're going to try to force Water Valley into a throwing situation. Good defense right there.
3rd down and 7 now. Ball resting on the 11-yard line.
I mean, sooner or later, your opposing defense is going to crowd it so much where you don't have enough people up there to block the amount of people that's on the line of scrimmage. You hear the term "in the box." And Senatobia's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe about 9 in the box.
Give it to Pierre Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Cuts it up. Takes it inside the 5 down to about the 2.
I think he's got a first down.
Walker of the Warriors.
It's going to be a 1st and goal, I believe, Doug, for Water Valley.
1st and goal from about the 4. Well, actually about the 3.
Yeah, you want to protect the ball here now. You got a golden opportunity to answer this drive of Senatobia's. You don't need any mistakes here. Just play solid. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the momentum going. See, if the offensive line will come off the ball in unison, that'll get you 2 yards alone.
Marcus Woodard on the carry.
Straight ahead to Marcus Woodard in at the fullback slot. Picks up maybe about a yard. Takes it down to about the 2.
See, that's not a good surge from your offensive line. Your offensive line should be able to gain you 2 yards regardless. You call that the initial surge. The initial surge of the offensive line should pick you up 2 yards. But that particular play there, Senatobia's defensive line was able to get off the ball and actually kind of shove our line back a little bit.
Actually, no gain on the play. Ball still resting just inside the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 3. Pitch it back to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins looking for a running room over the right side, and he's in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And the Blue Devil offense is clicking tonight.
Well, I know it's in the first quarter, Doug. It was 2:24 to go. But now both teams have scored on all their possessions. I never envisioned a shootout. I mean, that's what it's looking like. We score, they score.
Stephen Tucker on now for the extra point attempt out of the hold of Antonio Johnson. Snap is back. Oh, he missed it.
Yep.
He pulled it to the left, I believe.
Yep, he hooked it.
And that's going to make the score the Blue Devils 13, the Warriors 7, and that may prove costly. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Jeffrey Vance now set to kick it off from the 40. Blue Devils ahead 13-7 now.
Number 34, Jeffrey Vance to kick off for the Blue Devils.
And let's see if we get another one of these skipping, bouncing rocks. I would suspect we would. They go the other side. That penalty marker.
Probably offsides.
Penalty marker on the play.
I would think that if they were going to kick it deep, they would probably have number 40, Justin Horton, in there. Justin has proved he can kick it fairly deep.
Well, there again, I mean, if you pull it off, that's great. But if you don't, then you're going to give the offense the football anywhere from the 30 to the 40, and especially in this situation now because you're off sides. Yeah, looks like they're going to kick it away now.
Now number 40, Justin Horton, comes in the ball game. So now we'll see more of a conventional style type kick, I would think.
But Doug, I think you and I both agree that something, and I don't know what's exactly happening in the Blue Devils defensive secondary. But there's been a couple of breakdowns that's been costly on some long yard situations, and you got to make an adjustment right there. I mean, if you want them to score, that's if they score, that's fine, but make them earn it. Don't allow a 30 or 40 yard pass completion for a touchdown.
Justin Horton gets a foot into it, sends it down to about the 28-yard line where Jackson picks it up. And look out!
Man.
Jackson breaks it to the outside, down the sideline, and oh goodness, Pierre manages to grab his toe as he goes by and knock him off balance.
Poor coverage right there, Doug. One thing that happened is everybody on the outside for some reason or another converged to the middle, and your contain was gone. Everybody was all bunched up and contained, and once he got out to the corner, and like you said, Pierre just saved a touchdown. Right there with just a diving effort and caused him to trip himself up.
Managed to hit his foot just enough to knock him off balance and knock him down. 1st and 10 Warriors from the 35. They give it to the first back through, and that's Crawford. Crawford takes it down inside the 35 to about the 33. Pickup of about 2.
Hey, one thing his quarterback Senatobia does, especially when they run the play action pass, he sells the fake real well. And if you're Water Valley on defense, you've got to be very, very disciplined not to take that fake.
2nd down now and 8. Ball resting on the 33-yard line of the Blue Devils. Slot receivers to the left. Eye in the backfield. Quick screen pass out to 7. That's Johnson.
Run out of bounds by number 3, Pierre Allen of the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that Water Valley's really having some problems out there. And
first down.
Jason did a little bit better job of recognizing the blocker out there. Now he's got to get rid of him. You've got to take that block on and get rid of him and try to get back in there on the play somehow.
1st and 10 now for the Warriors. Ball on the 24-yard line. 1 minute and 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Play 13-7 is your score in favor of the Blue Devils. And
I'm not trying to be specifically picking on Jason, whatever, but it's a tough play. He and Hawkins are out there by himself.
They give it to Jackson. Penalty marker on the play right there. Jackson comes around the end, looking for running room, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down at about the 13-yard line.
I think that's going to be coming back. I think it's going to be against Senatobia.
Side judge throwed his flag in there. A recognizable figure, that side judge. Water Valley's own Richie Craven.
Blocking the back. Tell you, I'm concerned. I'm really concerned defensively from Water Valley is the fact that is our outside contain is really not playing well right now. All right, it's kind of breaking down for whatever reason. And granted, these running backs for Senatobia are good athletes, and Jackson's one of the best we'll see all year. You still got to contain him. You still got to try to make him turn back inside. Got a big break here now with this penalty. You got a 1st and extremely long, and now you can't give up that big play.
1st and 20, ball resting on the 34-yard line.
And that little old screen pass they've been running out there towards Jason Lane, and you better be careful because they'll pump it and go deep.
Has him open. Complete. Touchdown, and they're going to do something about that. They're going to do it all night. Touchdown Warriors to Sean Johnson. .102 left to go here in the first period, and this one looks like it may be a shootout, Lane.
Number 40 is Tony Crawford to attempt the extra point.
Well, and that's my argument. You know, make them drive the ball on you. Make them drive the length of the field.
Penalty marker on the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
As there was a high snap, the holder was able to handle it and get the ball down, but let's see what the penalty is. Okay.
It's offsides on somebody. The referee never did indicate, but I don't know who's. I guess it's Water Valley.
Evidently that was the case.
I mean, definitely offsides, and he gave the offside signal, but he didn't signal against who, but it was against Water Valley.
And there's the kick, and it is good.
Wow.
The attempt is good, and that brings the score. The Blue Devils 13.
Shook the field house with that one.
14.
14-13, the Warriors take the lead. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Back deep to receive Allen and Roberson. 1:02 to go in the first period. 14-13 Warriors. The missed extra point by Tucker, the difference in the ball game so far.
Number 40, Tony Crawford to kick off for the Warriors. Number 3, Pierre Allen. Number 6, Geraldo Roberson.
Well, the bad news is they're up 14-13. The good news is it's just the first quarter.
Roberson catches it just outside of the.
Wow, he caught that ball just short of the goal line. What a kick!
And Roberson manages to bring it back out to the 20.
All right, now it's going to be interesting to see, Doug, how Water Valley reacts. One, to the second score of Senatobia, and two, a little bit poorer field position than we've had. You know, first time we've had the ball deep in our own territory tonight, just shy of the 20-yard line. So, got a long field to work with now instead of a short field.
Under a minute to go now in the first period. 1st and 10 Blue Devils at their own 20-yard line.
Wow, that didn't work.
Allen on the carry.
Pierre Allen is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That didn't work as Senatobia adjusted to that play, and we're looking for it.
Well, they saw something in the formation or something that Water Valley may do that may tip the play, and what they did is they stunted to the direction of the play went, and I think everybody and their cousin was there to meet him.
Second down now and about 12
from the 18.
Well, Doug, it's one thing not to score, but you do need to try to get some of this field position back.
Johnson on the quarterback option. Oh, look out. Tony breaks it to the outside, down the sideline, one back to beat. And he's finally run down from behind by number 7, Sean Johnson. And I'll tell you what, we got a penalty marker back up the way, a couple of them, back up about the 40 of the Blue Devils. See who it's going to be on. Given past references, I wouldn't. Illegal blocking the back against the Blue Devils. And a fine run by Antonio Johnson has got to come back.
Well, if it's if you mark it off from the spot of the foul, it won't be as bad a penalty. It'll still be second down. It may be first down.
Blue Devils 13 and the Warriors 14.
Because the penalty happened up here at about the 40-yard line, so you mark it off from the spot of the foul.
Into the quarter, and we'll be back with the second quarter of action right after this. We're back now, beginning of the second quarter play, and we got a 3rd and short here after that.
After the penalty, Blue Devils had the ball 3rd and 1 from the 30.
We'll get to explaining what happened a moment ago as Antonio Johnson takes it and quarterback sneaks it up for the first down.
Here's what happened. It was second down and about 12. Antonio Johnson takes the ball, comes down the line on the option play, and eventually just busts it loose for a long run down to about Senatobia's 20. But there was a penalty back here at about the 40 of blocking in the back against Water Valley. You mark it off, and instead of it being first down, it was still second down at about 2. Is when Antonio got tackled, they never stopped the clock with 2 seconds on the clock. So you had one untimed down to end the first quarter. And here we are.
Johnson looking for some room to play, and there was nowhere to go, so he stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Stop by Wright and Phillips of the Warriors. Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 from the 32 for the Blue Devils.
Reverse to Pierre Allen. Pierre picks up maybe about 3 on the play, takes it up past the 35.
I think they were actually hoping to pick up a little bit more than what they did, but it's still a good pickup. We 3rd down now and a long 6.
3rd and 6 with 10:36 to go here in the first half. 14-13 Warriors. James Johnson enters the contest for the first time this evening.
Now, if I was a coach and I see that on tape, first thought that's got to come into my mind, pass. Some sort of a pass. He's one-on-one with this guy out here. You may see some kind of a fade route. Then again, you may not.
Penalty markers on the play.
This flag come from way back here.
It may be
makes me wonder delay a game, but it.
Delay of the game against the Blue Devils.
Wow, that's a quick
Delay
25 seconds.
against the Blue Devils.
I don't know. I didn't think they took that long in the huddle.
3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
But nevertheless, that's a huge mistake because 3rd and 6 is a whole lot easier to pick up than 3rd and 12.
Johnson back to pass. Heaves it up, looking for Pierre Allen. Intercepted out there by number 9, Jonathan Jackson. Back down the sideline he goes before he's finally knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Hung it up too long, Doug. Ball stayed in the air way too long. Got to throw that more on the line. I mean, Pierre was there, but the ball was just way in the air too long.
1st and 10 Warriors now on the Blue Devil 22 after the interception by Jackson.
And this could be a huge turning point in the game right here, Doug, because not only do they even get the ball back, they get the ball back in great field position. You got to figure out some way to keep them out of the end zone. Fumble
on the play, and Walker recovers his own
that was
fumble.
almost the break they needed. Yeah, they got to figure out some way to keep Senatobia out of the end zone because you can't afford to get too far behind with these guys. I mean, I agree with Antonio. Antonio made the right read on that pass play. He threw it to the right guy. It was there, but he got to throw it on a line. You know, he hung that ball way up in the air, and the Senatobia defender was fooled at first. He was playing the post route with Johnson, but he just hung this thing way too far up in the air and it gave too much time to recover.
Webb on the carry.
We gave it to number 3 there, Jarius Webb. He just stepped over the back of his running back there, Stoney Crawford. He just walked over the back of him. Takes it down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. Well, make it the 18. 3rd down and about 6.
Senatobia's got a pretty good field goal kicker. As we saw, he boomed a kickoff down there to the goal line. So if you can somehow or another hold these guys to a field goal or a field goal attempt, it's going to be a good job.
3rd down now and 6. Slot receivers right. They pitch it to Jackson going that way. And I think they may have stopped him short. It's going to be close.
It's 4th down for sure. They indicate 4th down now.
4th down.
4th and a yard.
See what Senatobia chooses to do here.
4th down, 4th and 1.
Well, they're acting like they're going to go for it. They may take a time out here and talk about it, but the back judge has already blown the play in, so the play clock's ticking.
There goes he's starting his 5 count. 3, 4, 5.
They didn't get it off.
They didn't get it off.
Timeout, timeout.
Well, they got the timeout.
They got the timeout called just as he was fixing to blow the whistle. There they go. They give it to Jackson on the play, and it's going to depend on where they spot the ball. From the looks of the spot, yeah.
I think he got it, Doug, but he barely got it. His contact was made before he got to the sticks. But what the key is there, and what makes him so tough, is when he gets tackled, he falls forward, and him falling forward gave him the first down.
And it's just the line of scrimmage is just outside the 10-yard line, so a first down is possible without scoring. Ball just outside the 10. 1st and 10, Warriors. And there is that. And there's the penalty marker, too. Raymond
there
Hawkins,
was contact, but I got news for you, Doug. That ball was not catchable.
Yeah.
That ball landed over there against the fence in the corner.
You are exactly right, but they're going to call us for the pass interference regardless.
Pass interference called against the Blue Devils.
Or let me take that. Did he call interference or did he call illegal contact? I mean, there is a difference. But
Jackson on the carry.
Jackson, and he weaves his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
Well, one thing I saw there is saw a lot of blue shirts diving at his feet. You can't tackle him diving at his feet. He's shifty.
Crawford on now for the extra point.
Stoney Crawford to attempt the extra point.
Well, it's kind of taking our crowd out of the game, and it certainly is taking your momentum away. But Senatobia really hadn't stopped you all night. If you can come back and answer the score, you're right back in the ball game.
And he got that in there. It looked like he hooked it.
No, one thing, he kicked it.
They called it good, and that makes the score of the Warriors 21, the Blue Devils 13. We'll be back with kickoff right after this. Crawford set to kick it off now. Back deep to receive, Allen and Roberson.
Number 40, Stoney Crawford.
7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first half. 21-13 in favor of the Senatobia Warriors. Crawford gets a strong boot into it, kicks it toward Pierre Allen at the 7-yard line. Pierre slips and falls at the 19. Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 at the 19.
Boy, you hate that, son. He was at full speed. But, you know, it's 7:19 now to go in the half. That's plenty of time. You've got all 3 of your timeouts left. No need to panic, Doug. Just like we were talking about in the break, you score and convert on a 2-point conversion, you're right back tied. So there's no need to getting your head down right here.
They basically haven't stopped us from moving the ball yet. We stopped ourselves with the interception.
And the penalty.
Straight ahead to Marcus Woodard. Woodard takes it up across the 20 to about the 22. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
Well, and even though Antonio's only pass was intercepted, I do think they're going to still have to try to pass the ball. Because once again, as a lot of other teams has done during the course of the year, Senatobia is getting right up on that line of scrimmage and forcing Water Valley to beat them by throwing the football.
Pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for running room, and he scrambles forward over the backs of folks up to about the 24.
One thing I'm starting to see, like, for example, number 54 for Senatobia, Zettergren, he's not making the tackle, but he's able to get penetration into the backfield to cause the running back to have to go around him to disrupt it a little bit.
3rd and 5. James Johnson in the ball game now, split out wide to the left. Antonio rolls, has Hawkins wide open. Brandon takes it down, or all the way up to about the 46-yard line. First down, Blue Devils at their own 46. Nice play.
And it's a safe play. It's a safe easy pass for Antonio. Antonio did a good job of putting it on the money. And although I admire Hawkins' willingness to deliver a blow, I like that, but there's an indication right there where it's just him and the DV. Try to make a move right there. Try to avoid him, and you never know, you may slip it.
First and 10, Blue Devils from their own 46. Hawkins in motion.
Brandon Hawkins on the
looking to try to get it to the outside. Gets to the corner and into Warrior territory at the 46.
By Jonathan Jackson of the Warriors.
And
nice pickup.
Yeah, nice pickup, and a good thing too. He got out of bounds. Clock stops. 5:33 to go.
Mark it at the 46-yard line. That's going to make a 2nd down and short here. Another spot where you might think about a pass play.
From the 46 for the Blue Devils.
Allen in motion. Option play to Pierre. Pierre trying to break tackles. He lunges forward, and I believe he got the first down. Depending on the spot
I hadn't
of the ball.
stopped the clock. He made me just a little bit short. Just a little.
They mark it back, and it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard.
3rd and inches from the 44 for the Blue Devils.
Marcus Woodard into the ball game now with the play. Johnson hustles in. Devils come out of the huddle. Hawkins in motion. They give it to Woodard straight ahead, and I believe he got it.
Boy, he got popped.
he got it.
But I think he actually had the first down before the contact was made, but man, he took a hit.
Official timeout.
They're gonna. Now that looks like a little bit better mark there. Now they're going to bring the sticks in for a measurement. Just first down by about an inch.
I thought he had it easy.
First and 10 Blue Devils now from the Warrior 43. 4:40 left to go in the first half. 21-13 in favor of the Warriors.
43.
Hawkins, they give it to Woodard.
Woodard on the carry.
Woodard off the left side, takes it down close to the 41, picks up about 3 yards.
Yep, Senatobia's doing a lot better job now against at least the inside running game of Water Valley. They're starting to get in there and make some contact, and still, still a good gain of 3 yards.
2nd down, 2nd and 7 from the 41 for the Blue Devils.
Second down, 7 now. Johnson looks to step up through the line, and he's hammered as he steps up to the line of scrimmage at the 40. Going to bring up a 3rd and long now from the 40. 3rd and about 6.
Now I know with 3:24 and counting, and you've got all your timeouts left. Coach Hammond's not electing to do it, but if he wanted to, he could maybe want to elect to burn one here and talk about this. But evidently he's got what he wants to do in mind. And depending on what Water Valley does on this play could determine whether or not they go for it on 4th down if they don't convert.
3rd and 7. Johnson back to pass.
Johnson
Has Pierre Allen open, but he has to wait for it. And it's intercepted again by number 9, Jonathan Jackson.
He's got the sideline.
He hung it up too long. And Johnson finally tackles him over there. And there, thank you, referee. I appreciate that. The little spike of the ball over there on the far sideline is going to get Mr. Jackson a penalty.
Penalty marker on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Against the Warriors. Spiking the ball.
Yeah,
Well,
what are they booing about?
They can boo all they want. He pounded into the ground.
That's one of those dumb moves you hear about. He did it. You go over there and you spike the ball on the sidelines in front of the referee, you're going to get called.
Getting back to the play, Doug, I mean, Antonio made the right throw. Pierre had him beat, but he's underthrowing him. You know, and he's hanging it up, and it stayed up in the air, and he's underthrowing him, and that's what's allowing these guys to recover. And Pierre did what he was supposed to do. I mean, he just tried to get back in there and at least create an incomplete pass.
1st and 10 now for the Warriors from their own 25.
Jackson on the carry.
They give it to Jackson. Jackson looking for running room. Oh! He got hammered.
Justin Mitchell of the Blue Devils.
Got Water Valley's front line and their linebackers, they got to do a better job of getting rid of the blocks.
Getting 2 on the play.
They're
second and 8.
They're fighting. They're wrestling with them blockers a little too much.
2:22 now to go in the first half. 21-13 in favor of the Warriors. Slot receivers to the left. Send a man in motion to the right. Jackson goes that way, and he's held up and stopped for no gain.
Albert Horton was able to get in there and put a hand on him and slow him down, and Pursuit was able to catch up. One thing though, it kind of concerns me is we're getting to the running backs, and we're hitting them pretty good, but we're wanting to go to our feet.
3rd down now, 3rd down and about 8. Once again, slot receivers to the left. I formation in the backfield this time for the Warriors. They give it to Jackson. This time he's back to pass, has the receiver open. Oh my goodness, James Johnson broke on the ball and almost picked it off.
Good defense there, good defense there.
For the 29 for the Warriors.
4th down now, 4th down and 8 from the 30. And the Warriors will be forced to punt, and the Blue Devils will get the ball back to about a minute 20.
I think Water Valley's going to go with punt block, which is a good call, but what you got to be careful here now, Doug, is don't rough the punter.
This is the first punt of the ball game for either team.
Sean Johnson back in punt formation for the Warriors.
And he's low snap, but whoa, what a kick. Brandon Hawkins slips down, and they down it at the 31-yard line. Blue Devils still get the ball with not all that bad field position at the 31, although it could have been better.
1st and 10 from the 31.
Well, I mean, I know Antonio's confidence is a little shook right now, Doug. He's thrown 3 passes and 2 of them's been picked off. So, you may be a little apprehensive just to start dropping back and airing it out. What you may try to do is maybe run a couple plays, try to get over here across midfield. You got all 3 of your timeouts left, and then maybe try to take a couple of shots. But keep in mind, it's still just an 8-point game, and you're going to get the ball to start the second half.
Pitch it back to Pierre Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Takes it up across the 35 to the 37.
Hit first by number 8, Jim Simpson of the Warriors.
This is another one of those situations where the Blue Devils really need to be hustling back to the huddle and then get on the line quickly.
Well, there again, I really think, I think Coach Hammond's just I think he's going to go a little conservative here. And if you get lucky and bust one, that's good. If not, you go in at halftime just down 8 points. It's not a bad deal.
Pitch it back to Hawkins. Hawkins looking for running room. doesn't quite get enough for the first down.
now
Now they call the timeout. Johnson on the quarterback sneak gets the first down, and they'll stop the clock to move the chains now. That may have been a case where 2 plays were called there.
Yeah, now Water Valley's going to a hurry up.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 42.
Now, if you look at Senatobia's safety, he's playing center field, so he's trying not to give up the big play.
And Johnson spikes the ball to stop the clock. I ain't real sure why they did that, but 24.7 seconds left. 21-13. Raymond Hawkins out wide right. Pitch it to Pierre Allen. Allen looking for some running room. Pierre breaks it out into the open, cuts it up the field, breaks it into the open. Pierre is gone to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
No flags.
No horrible yellow hankies on the field, and Pierre Allen takes it to the house.
Now, Doug, if I was Coach Hammond, what I would do, and I'm not second guessing him now. You've got timeouts left. Call a timeout here and talk about your 2-point conversion play here. That's what yep, and I think that's what he's going to do. I think that's a good decision.
That's exactly what he's going to do. The Blue Devils are going to call timeout here, and they're going to set this thing up as they go for 2 with 12.9 seconds left. Two-point conversion attempt upcoming for the Blue Devils. They give it to Hawkins. Did he break the plane?
No, he was short.
They're saying that he did not, so the 2-point conversion is no good, and that leaves the score. The Warriors 21, the Blue Devils 19 with 12.9 seconds left. We'll take a break. And there goes the hop, skip, and jump and kick. And he manages to grab a hold of it and gets hammered up at about the 40. And the Warriors will have 7.1 seconds left to go.
Johnson stopped by Justin Mitchell of the Blue Devils. Warriors take over 1st and 10 from the 40.
Ball blown in. And Walker spikes it.
You know, Doug,
I don't understand that play, Lane. I
really don't. Because the clock wasn't going to start till the snap, and so you just burned it down. I mean, you had time to go in the huddle and call a play, and the clock didn't start till the snap.
Okay, 2nd down and 10 now.
Walker back to pass.
Heaves it up. It's going to be intercepted. Pierre Allen takes it at the 20. Look out. If he can pick up some blockers. Allen looking for some room. Down the sideline. Shoot. He's knocked out of bounds down at about the 20 as time expired.
But I want to tell you something, Doug, what a way to end the half. I mean, you just put one in, you're 2 points down, you just picked it off. I mean, the momentum's all Water Valley right now.
And that's the end of the first half of play with the score of the Senatobia Warriors 21 and the Water Valley Blue Devils 19. Start of the second half here, and the Blue Devils will get the ball first as they closed out the first half with a pass interception and run back. Almost ran it back for a TD, but unfortunately Pierre Allen was run out of bounds as time expired. So the Blue Devils trailing by 2 start the second half with the football.
Well, offensively, I think you just pretty much got to kind of keep doing what you've been doing. The offense has played really well, with the exception of a couple of interceptions by Antonio. But other than that, they played real well. Now, you can expect adjustments now since halftime. But one thing that and we talked about this before the halftime activities began, Water Valley defensively has got to do something to improve their pass coverage because they're giving up way too much yardage on long plays.
Stoney Crawford gets a foot into it. Pierre Allen takes it at about the 15, looking for some running room. He breaks it up over the 40 to the 42. Nice return there by Pierre Allen, and was one man from breaking it big time.
Got to just keep protecting the football. Don't turn it over.
Blue Devils take over 1st and 10 from the 42.
1st and 10 now from their own 42-yard line for the Blue Devils. Just underway here in the second half. 21-19 is your score in favor of the Warriors from Senatobia. Give it to Pierre Allen, and nothing doing there.
Hit first by Neely.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 42.
But I would like to see, well, not necessarily, if Water Valley don't score, I would like to see them at least try to put together a couple of first downs, get this field position working back in their favor.
Pitch it to Pierre Allen. Allen looking for some room, and he is stopped short of the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by Zettergen.
Lost about, well, they're going to give him forward momentum to back to almost the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10.
Loss of 1 on the play, brings up 3rd and 11 from the 41.
Third down and 10 now. Johnson back to pass. Pierre Allen complete in the flat out there, and he takes it down inside the 50 to the 42. Nice play by Pierre Allen.
Well, nice adjustment to the ball. Antonio did a good job of recognizing it and getting it to him. He threw a little bit behind him, but a nice adjustment there by Pierre to adjust to the pass. That's a pretty big conversion right there. I hated to see Water Valley come out and go 3 and out to start the second half, but they picked up the first down, they extend the drive, and now they're over in Senatobia territory.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. 10-10 to go in the 3rd period. Johnson on the carry. And he gets maybe a yard, maybe 2 inside the 40. Call it a pickup of 2. Call it 2nd and 8.
Well, it's pretty clear that Senatobia defensively has come out, and the adjustment they've made is they've got to stop the Water Valley running game. They're going to do what they got to do to stuff that, and they've done a pretty good job there, even though that was a couple of yards pickup there, but they're doing a pretty good job of stuffing that run there in the middle.
2nd down and 8 now. Raymond Hawkins out, 2 wide to the right. Johnson rolling to his right.
Johnson back to pass.
And Tony Wisely just throws it away.
Pierre Allen.
Yep, I think he was looking again for Pierre in the flat, but they had him covered like a blanket. Instead of trying to force it, he did the right thing. He just threw it away.
3rd down now. 3rd down and 8. Allen comes in motion. They give it to Pierre. Pierre looking, trying to get around the end. Penalty marker, I think, got dropped over there on the side.
Marker on the play.
Pierre got enough, I think, for the close to the 1st down.
Got a feeling that's going to be coming back. It may be a hold, maybe a block in the back.
Yep, Blue Devils are backing up, so. Holding against the Blue Devils. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 15. Well, actually, maybe more than that. Looks like 3rd and 16.
It brings up 3rd and 16 from the 47.
Another big conversion here.
Johnson back to pass.
Johnson under pressure. Gets it off. Had a man open, but he overthrew James Johnson out in the flat down at about the 25.
Brings up 4th and 16 from the 47 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, he just overshot him a little bit, but you know, to Antonio's credit, he was under pretty good pressure. Did a real good job, though, of kind of stepping up in the pocket, buying him a little extra time to throw.
4th down now and about 16. Jeffrey Vance on in punt formation. He will kick to Jackson and Webb.
But one point I want to make, though, Doug, is he overthrew him. He didn't underthrow him, and that's important.
Webb, Vance gets a nice high kick, hits and rolls, and it'll be down at about the 20-yard line, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, you'd much rather see a quarterback on a sideline route like that overthrow it than underthrow it, because if you overthrow it, well, then it don't have a chance of getting intercepted.
Ball just over the 20.
Jackson on the carry.
Straight ahead to Jackson. And surprisingly, Lane Jackson just hasn't been that much of a factor tonight.
Well, they've done a good job in the first half of kind of shutting him down, or at least containing him anyway. However, that was a good 8-yard gain right there. You don't like to give up that much yardage on 1st down.
2nd and 2 from the 29.
2nd down and 2 now from the 29.
And I can assure you, Senatobia is going to make adjustments. You know that they're not 6-1 for nothing. I mean, that's part of it. They're real good at making adjustments at half.
Webb on the carry, takes it up to about the 39-yard line.
Stopped by number 14, Brandon Hawkins of the Blue Devils. Warriors 1st and 10 from the 39.
First and 10 from the 39 for the Warriors. Receivers left and right, eye in the backfield. Give it
Jackson on the
to
carry.
Jackson, and he is grabbed by Hoskins. Penalty marker coming in.
And also, Hoskins grabbed the face mask.
Five-yard variety face mask. And that gives them the 1st down.
After the penalty, the Warriors had the ball 1st and 10 from the 49.
Pitch it to Webb.
This is not what you want to see if you're Watertown on defense. Senatobia is marching the ball now.
Warrior 1st and 10 from the 36.
First and 10 Warriors from the Blue Devil 36. Give it to Jackson.
Jackson on the carry.
And Jackson just ripping off big chunks.
And a lot of it has to do, too, Doug, with the offensive line. Senatobia's offensive line doing a much better job up front. They're opening up some holes. Got to figure out some way now to get some penetration in the backfield.
2nd down and 3.
2nd down, 2nd and 3 from the 29 for the Warriors.
They give it to Jackson again. Jackson looking for running room. Backs it to the outside. Tackled out of bounds over there by Horton
by Bradford of the Blue Devils.
and Jose Bradford. First down, Warriors. Ball at the 15. Well, they're going to mark it at about the, 15.
Defense needs to come up with a big play here, kind of get this crowd back in it. This Water Valley's crowd's been kind of quiet here in the early part of the second half.
Pitch it back to Webb. Webb looking for running room, and he's wrapped up there by Marcus Woodard and Justin Mitchell. Second down now and 7. Ball resting just at the 11.
Second and 7 from the 11. Shelby Hernandez, we have your purse in the press box. Shelby Hernandez, we have your purse.
They gave it to Jackson. Jackson straight ahead.
Tipped over Justin Mitchell.
Takes it down inside the 10 to about the 8.
Third down, 3rd and 4 from the 8 for the Warriors.
There again, Doug, I think penetration is the key to try to disrupt this running game of Senatobia.
Give it to Webb. Webb, little or no gain on the play, takes it down to about the 6.
Stopped by Langdon and Hoskins of the Blue Devils.
That's going to bring up a 4th down now and about 2.
Well, they're well within the field goal range of Senatobia. I'm actually surprised that they're going to, looks like they're going to line up to go for it. Now, just because they line up don't necessarily mean they're going to go for it. So if you're Water Valley, you got to key the ball. Don't go for the hard count.
4th and 2 now for the Warriors. Receivers left and right, eye in the backfield.
Jackson on the
They give it to Jackson. Jackson over the right side, and it looks like he got enough for the first down. Well, depending on, they're marking it down about the 3. First and goal from about the 3-yard line.
First and goal.
And remember now, this drive started on Senatobia's own 20, so they've taken it pretty much the length of the field.
Walker pitches it back. Jackson tries to cut it upfield, and he slips and loses his footing at about the 2. Second and goal.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Warriors.
One thing I've noticed about Senatobia too, Doug, is when they ran the ball, they seem to favor the wide side of the field. So if that holds true, then it'd probably be a run back to the right. Instead, they're going to sneak it.
Walker on the carry.
Walker on the carry, and he takes it in. Touchdown on the quarterback sneak. Taylor Walker scores for the Warriors. Number 40, Stoney Crawford on now for the extra point attempt.
Number 40, Stoney Crawford to attempt the extra point. With number 9, Jonathan Jackson to hold.
Penalty markers.
Penalty marker on the play.
Going to be against the Blue Devils because I think they jumped off sides. Offside against the Blue Devils.
Offside against the Blue Devils.
So they move it half the distance to the goal, and they'll kick it again. Okay, they decline it. High snap. No good. Hit the upright and bounced out.
No good.
And that makes the score the Warriors 27 and the Water Valley Blue Devils 19. We'll be back with kickoff after this. Tony Moorhead just kicked it into the end zone. Excuse me. I got Moorhead on the brain. Stoney Crawford. I don't think Stoney Moorhead can get quite that big of a foot into it, bless him. But
But it's really important now, Doug, I think, for Water Valley to respond to that. Now they're down 27-19. They really need to try to come out some way, somehow, answer that score.
1st and 10 from the 20. Pierre Allen on the carry.
Allen picks up about 3 on the first down play from the 20. Takes it up to about the 24.
Play. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Picks up 4.
From the 24.
3:34 and counting in the third period of play left. 27-19.
Brandon Hawkins on the carry.
Hawkins for no gain.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd and 6 from the 24.
Third and 5. Penalty markers.
Penalty marker on the play.
Legal procedure against the Blue Devils.
That's big, Doug. You know, 3rd and 5 is a manageable third down. 3rd and 10 gets a little bit more difficult.
Johnson on the carry.
Johnson on the carry. And Antonio tackled up at about the 36-yard line, but that's going to be enough for a first down. Crucial conversion.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 37.
Give it to the first man through. That's Justin Mitchell on the carry. Takes it up to about the 39-yard line. Pick up of about 2 on the play. Almost 3. 2nd and 8.
Getting 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 8 from the 39.
Johnson goes to break, and he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage by number 28 for Senatobia. That's
stopped by Walker of the Warriors.
Tavakas Walker. Third down now and 14.
Loss on the play brings up 3rd and 13 from the 33. Johnson back to pass. Pass complete to number 14.
Completed to Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins breaks the tacklers through, and he's finally knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. Nice play there by Hawkins.
That's 2 big third down conversions. One on a 3rd and 10, one on about a
third and 14.
3rd and 14 to keep these drives going. That's huge.
1st and 10 now from the 43-yard line
Well,
of
first and 10
the
from the 43.
Warriors. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of play. 27-19 your score in favor of the Warriors.
And the thing is, too, Doug, that you know, if you can kind of keep completing them kind of passes, then running game may loosen up a little bit for you.
James Johnson out wide to the left. They give it to Hawkins. Hawkins looking to get to the corner. Knocked out of bounds inside the 40 at about the 38.
Run out of bounds by Collins of the Warriors.
Pickup of about 4. 2nd and 6.
Second down, 2nd and 6 from the 38 for the Blue Devils.
Johnson rolls. Has his receiver open. Nice play there to Brandon Hawkins down inside the 25 to the 23.
Blue Devil first down.
And the thing is, the more Antonio can complete a few of those, the confidence kind of comes back.
First down, Blue Devils now. Ball on the 23-yard line. 32 seconds and counting left in the third quarter. This will probably wind up being about the last play of the third period. Johnson once again goes to the left. Hawkins comes in motion. Johnson on the option, straight ahead. Down inside the 20 to about the 17.
Hit first by number 54, Charlie Zettergren.
And that's the end of the the third quarter of play with your score. The Senatobia Warriors 27, the Water Valley Blue Devils 19. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
27.
All right, we're back now. Beginning of the fourth quarter play, the Water Valley Blue Devils trail the Senatobia Warriors here by 8 points. 27-19, but the Blue Devils are threatening. Second down and about 5 to go. Ball resting on the 17-yard line of the Warriors. And on this particular drive, the passing game is what has got the Devils down the field. Penalty markers down the
Penalty
field.
marker on the play.
Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils.
Illegal procedure called against the Blue Devils.
And instead of 2nd and 5, it's 2nd and 10.
Those are just
Penalty
killers.
brings up 2nd and 10 from the 22 for the Blue Devils.
James Johnson in the contest, now split out to the left. Pierre Allen in motion.
Johnson back to pass.
That one was
Tried to force that in a little bit, Doug.
Johnson.
intended for Johnson on a slant there at about the 17, incomplete. Third down and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10 from the 22 for the Blue Devils.
And I personally believe that Water Valley's probably in 4-down territory here.
3rd and 10 now.
Johnson back to pass. Pass incomplete.
Had his man open, but it was just tipped before it got to him.
And he was still able to get a hand on it, but like you said, it was tipped and it kind of threw his concentration off a little bit.
4th down now, 4th down and 10. Big
Brings up 4th and 10.
Big 4th down play here.
Important thing here now, Doug, is your receivers has got to at least be sure they get to at least the first down marker.
Got to get
If
to
you got 10 yards to go, you run an 11-yard pattern.
Two receivers to the right. Johnson rolls to his right. Stops, sets his feet, throws the fade in the end zone.
Pass incomplete.
And it's incomplete, and the ball goes over on downs.
Warriors take over on down.
Now the important thing here now, Doug, is Water Valley's defense has got a hold. They can't let Senatobia drive this thing right back down the field.
First and 10 Warriors now from their own 23-yard line after they take over on downs. 11:40 to go in the contest. They give it to Jackson.
On the carry.
Jackson takes it up across the 25 up to about the 28.
Stopped by Marcus Woodard of the Blue Devils. Second down and 5. The Warriors. Webb on the carry.
Webb on the carry. Stop for little or no gain.
Marcus Woodard of the Blue Devils again.
Woodard and Justin Mitchell there, along with Justin Thomas.
I think Water Valley got a little bit of a break there. We had a couple of guys that looked like that they may have been out of position.
From the 29 for the Warriors.
Third down now at about 4 from the 29. Walker back to pass, looking downfield. Almost a heck of a snag there by number 8, Jim Simpson, but he just couldn't haul it in.
Brings up 4th and 4.
Fourth and 4 now for the Warriors, and the Warriors forced into a punting situation now.
And that's what Water Valley's defense had to do, Doug. They had to get a pretty quick stop.
Number 7, Sean Johnson back in punt formation for the Warriors. Number 14, Brandon Hawkins back deep to receive for the Blue Devils.
Low snap. He gets the kick off. Hawkins going to take it at about the 40, looking for a little running room. Cuts it up and able to take it to midfield, where the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10 at midfield.
Great field position, Doug. Great field position right there at midfield.
10 minutes and 11 seconds left in the contest. 27-19 Warriors. Still playing with 9 in the box. Johnson looking to go upfield and is finally tackled out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of the Warriors. Gain of about 3, call it 2nd and 7.
Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6 from the 47 for the Blue Devils.
Straight ahead to Marcus Woodard. Marcus Woodard breaks a couple of tackles and picked up the first down.
Stop by number 9, Jonathan Jackson of the Warriors.
They at least got to measure that. It looks like from here he's got it. From our vantage point.
Yeah, they're going to measure, but from looking, and we're almost straight across from it. If it's short, it's going to be very, very short, but I believe it's going to be just there.
He's
just short.
By nose.
Not quite even half a football. Third down and about 6 inches.
Third down, 3rd and 1 from the 41 for the Blue Devils.
Johnson on the keeper. Got enough for the first down. Inside the 40, down to the 39.
First by Simpson of the Warriors. Blue Devil first down. 1st and 10 from the 39.
First down now for the Blue Devils. Straight ahead, Marcus Woodard takes it down to about the 36-yard line. Pickup of about 3.
Stopped by Dan Williams of the Warriors. Again, 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 from the 36.
8:57 to go in the contest. 27-19 Warriors.
Johnson on the carry.
Johnson, just no room to go.
Stopped by Collins of the Warriors.
No room, no gain on the play. 3rd down and about 7.
Need a good pickup right here, Doug, on this 3rd and 7 and if you don't convert it, it may give you a good shot at going forward on 4th down.
No gain on the play brings up 3rd and 7.
Need to make a note now. Number 2, Jason Langdon coming in the game. That could indicate what they may try to do here. They may try to throw the ball.
3rd and 7 now. Langdon in at the tight end slot on the right side. And that's who he's looking for.
Johnson's pass incomplete.
Intended for Jason Langdon out there on a little tight end screen, I guess you would call it. Short. Going to bring up a 4th down now and 7 from the 35.
4th and 7 from the 36.
And this is pretty much you got to go territory here. Considering
well, he had a couple options. You still got all 3 of your timeouts left at 7:59 clock stop. He could maybe try to punt it deep and pin them deep, but he's choosing to go for it here.
Johnson to the left, 4th and 7. Johnson rolling to his left, throws, hits Pierre Allen, and Pierre's going to be short. They give him forward progress to about the 30, but he's going to be about a yard and a half short. Pierre caught the ball and was unable to turn upfield because he had to come back for the ball.
Warriors take over,
and his momentum took him back away from the first down. So 1st and 10 Warriors coming back the other way, ball on their own 30. And once again, the Blue Devil defense called upon to get the stop.
Jackson on the carry.
Jackson on the carry. And Jackson is going to be close to picking up a 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and short.
Official timeout for measurement.
Official timeout. Measurement upcoming. What the Blue Devils need here is a good old-fashioned turnover. Walker straight ahead on the sneak.
Warrior 1st down, 1st and 10 from the 41.
First and 10 Warriors now from their own 41-yard line. 7:20 left to go in the contest. Warriors leading 27-19.
Walker back to pass.
Under pressure, rolling to his left, loses his balance, and Jace Hamilton catches him and drives him to the ground. Or excuse me, that was Jarvis Roberson that caught him. Jarvis, your backup quarterback, playing DB.
6:52 and counting, Doug. Time's kind of starting. The clock's starting to creep into this thing.
Second down now and 8. Ball resting on the 43-yard line. Two receivers now out to the right. Johnson and Jackson.
Walker back to pass.
Walker under pressure. Under pressure again. And he is hammered by Albert Horton just as he released the ball, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I was glad to see. We was able to get pressure on the quarterback and almost had him for the sack. Forced him to throw it away, and what that does, it does stop the clock. Now what you got to do is you've got to get a stop here now. It's 3rd down and 8. You got to get a stop, try to force a punting situation.
3rd down and 8 now.
3rd and 8 from the 43 for the Warriors.
Jackson comes out of the contest. Number 3, Jarius Webb in at tailback. Walker gives it to Webb. Webb going to be stopped short of 1st down yardage. He's going to make it up to about the 46, where it's going to be 4th down and about 3. Actually, make it 4, excuse me, 4th and 4.
Brings up 4th down, 4th
and a long 4.
46.
Actually, more close to 5. And what are they?
Well, what they may do here, Doug, is just try to let some clock run here and then punt.
They're going to go ahead and punt, it looks like.
Sean Johnson back in punt formation.
Johnson back in punt formation.
14, Brandon Hawkins back deep to receive for the Blue Devils.
This could be a fake here. High snap. Johnson gets away a nice punt that's going to hit it and roll. And it dies. No, it rolled into the end zone. Touchback.
No, I don't think it did, Doug. They're marking it at the
oh my goodness,
half-yard line.
He's marking it right outside the goal. I thought it rolled into. I thought when he made that sign, it rolled into the end zone. Boy, what a bounce! And a roll.
It's just an unlucky break there for Water Valley. I mean, you know, Hawkins didn't have a chance at fielding that punt, and even if he could get over to it, it would have been a tough punt to catch.
And unfortunately, the Blue Devils start from their half-yard line.
It's inside the 1-yard line, or right on the 1-yard line.
And here you have to be careful of it that you don't get defensive penetration in the backfield and cost yourself a safety. Johnson looking for running room, cuts it up, takes it up to about the 4, maybe the 5-yard line. Second and about 6. More like make it 7.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 from the 4 for the Blue Devils.
Hawkins goes in motion. Johnson on the option, steps it up, cuts it up, and gets 1st down yardage, takes it up across the 10, up close to the 15 at the 14.
That gets him a little breathing room anyway.
1st down.
4:39 to go in the contest. Blue Devils trailing 27-19.
Blue Devil 1st and 10 from the 14.
Blue Devils do have all 3 timeouts, as do the Warriors.
Johnson
back to pass. Gets it out there. Pierre Allen. Pierre got one man to beat. He puts a move on him. Turns on the burners. and he caught him at the 5-yard. Pierre still struggling, and oh Lord, they
Doug,
caught
he
him.
just run out of gas. That's all it was to it. He just ran out of gas.
What a play by Pierre Allen, and is finally tackled at the 1-yard line. He put a move. He almost juked him out of his shoes.
Well, I think one thing is Pierre. Pierre kind of ran out of gas. Plus, I've been seeing him stretch some over here on the sideline. It makes you wonder if he may have maybe a little wounded a little bit, maybe a little pull or something.
First and goal from the less than the 1-yard line.
He just didn't have that burst that we like to see Pierre have, and I just wonder if he may be a little wound, maybe have a little injury.
Now they get the down marker down there. The down box in place, and the Blue Devils look to punch it in. Johnson with the ball, trying to get it in, and I don't know whether he made it.
He didn't.
He was stopped short.
Tell you, the offensive line has got to come off the ball, Doug, and get a surge. There was a huge surge from Senatobia's defensive line, and that ball didn't move a lick.
Second and goal now from the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1 for the Blue Devils.
3:23 and counting when the Blue Devils on the 1-foot line. Marcus Woodard,
he lost a yard.
Lost a yard on that particular play. Woodard dropped back to the.
I tell you, the offensive line is not getting any movement at all up front. If you could, I really think because Senatobia is so much bunched up in there up the middle, I think if you could maybe fake it in there and maybe try to outrun them to the corner, that's what I would do because our offensive line is not getting any surge whatsoever up on that front line of Senatobia.
Raymond Hawkins out wide to the left. This time Pierre Allen, and Pierre gets it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Tell you what, he barely got in.
His initial surge, the ball broke the plane and he was stopped.
Just keep in mind now, that's right, you're right, Doug. The ball has to do is just break the plane of the goal line.
Touchdown, Blue Devils. Now a critical 2-point conversion. 2:21 to go. You get this 2-point conversion lane and you're tied. You don't, you're down by 2, and you got to score again some way.
The offense stays on for the 2-point conversion.
Johnson. Oh, goodness, and he slipped as he went to make his cut.
But the thing is, if he pitches it, it's a score.
And so the Blue Devils.
Misread there by Antonio. The pitch was wide open. He should have pitched it out on the option play. He chose to keep it.
And now the ball will go over to the Warriors. We'll take a break. All right, the onside kick does not work, and the Warriors wind up with the football at their own 47-yard line. 2:19. The ball just didn't take that last second kick.
It was the perfect end over end. It just hugged the ground. Just didn't take the hop.
10 from the 47.
Now the Blue Devils have just got to hope for a quick 3 and out.
Got all 3 timeouts left now, Doug. So you're going to have to burn them on defense, I think. Which you don't like to do, but you're at that position.
Jackson almost breaks it up the middle. Jason Langdon trips him up. First down, Warriors in Blue Devil territory at the 44-yard line.
Then an out play brings up 2nd and 1 from the 44.
Fumble on the play, oh my goodness, and who's got the ball? Let's see. Jackson may have recovered it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, Jackson was able to recover his own fumble.
And he recovered it for the first down.
And recovers the fumble for the first down. Boy, I tell you, when the ball rolls your way, it rolls your way.
Tonight's public address is
1:42 left to go in the contest. 27-25 Senatobia.
Also by Bill Tommy and John White, City of White Incorporated, wholesale petroleum products for the area. Also by H&S Sign Company, your hometown sign store.
Timeout, Blue Devils, and we'll take a break. .142 to go. First and 10, Warriors from the Blue Devil 42.
First down, first and 10 from the 42.
And if you're Water Valley on defense, you got to try to strip the ball. You got to try to get a fumble somehow.
Jackson on the carry. He takes it down inside the 40 to about the 37. Second down now. Second down and 5.
Second down, second and 5 from the 37 for the Warriors. Webb on the carry.
Jarvis Roberson. Oh my goodness, and he broke a tackle.
Jarvis Roberson.
And Jarius Webb scores. Good grief. He had him stopped. Jarvis Roberson had him stopped in the backfield, had him wrapped up, and somehow or another he got away from him. And Jarius Webb scores a touchdown. Got to give it to Webb. Extra effort. He didn't stop trying to maintain forward progress.
Jonathan Jackson to hold.
Crawford now for the extra point. And it is good.
Point attempt is good, and that's the score. The Blue Devils 25.
And that makes the score
34.
the Blue Devils 34, the Warriors 34, Blue Devils 25. We'll be back. We're back now, 49.4 seconds left to go. Crawford set to kick it off for the Warriors. 34-25 is your score, as the Warriors got one in on a Jarius Webb touchdown run.
And the thing is, what's so frustrating, Doug, is the majority of the points that Senatobia has scored has come on long plays, 30-yard plays, 40-yard plays, a 50-yard pass, you know, and that's what drives you crazy as a coach.
Pierre Allen gets the ball, drops it, manages to pick it back up. Allen looking to cut it upfield and is tackled up at about the 23-yard line. 41.5 seconds left to go. Timeout, Blue Devils. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. 41.5 seconds left in the contest now. Blue Devils with the football, first and 10 from their own 23-yard line, trailing 34-25. And slot receivers to the right, single receiver left. Send Justin Mitchell in motion. That's a lateral. They send it to Pierre Allen. Pierre Allen looking for some running room, cuts it upfield, and manages to get up to about the 30. Clock still running.
Collins of the Warriors.
And the Blue Devils call timeout once again. All right, we're back. 27.5 seconds to go. 34-25 your score in favor of the Warriors. And Lane, I'll tell you, this one is just it's slipped away from us somehow.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you gave up those two big plays in the first quarter, and you know, that kind of set the tone, but you was able to keep pace with them. And then, we missed that one extra point, and then, from that point on, we was kind of having to go for 2, which is a little bit more difficult. And so you've just been kind of having to play catch-up.
Johnson back to pass.
Johnson back to pass. Heaves one downfield intended for Brandon Hawkins. It's hung up there, and Hawkins is unable to get it. Incomplete. 19.2 seconds left.
Third down, 3rd and 4 from the 30.
Third down and 4 now. Johnson back to pass.
Pass complete to number 14, Brandon Hawkins.
Pitches it back to Allen.
Passes off to number 3, Pierre Allen.
Stopped at the 41.
Sean Johnson.
And Allen calls for a timeout. Well, no, they don't call for a timeout. Or did they grant the timeout or not? No, they didn't grant the timeout. Now they got to.
Well, I don't have any.
Okay, now the Blue Devils got to get up there and spike the ball. And that's what they do after they got the first down. So now with 8.5 seconds left, it's 2nd and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ball resting on the 40.
Second and 10 from the 41 for the Blue Devils.
Johnson back to pass, under pressure. Flush to his right. Heaves it downfield, intended for James Johnson. And Johnson, it was incomplete.
There, you got time for one more play.
You got 0.8 seconds left on the clock, and you got time for one more.
Johnson back to pass.
Flag on the play. And he throws it right to the Senatobia defender. Flag.
Penalty mark on the play. Penalty is declined.
And he calls a chop block on the last play of the game. So that's over with. And the final score, the Senatobia Warriors 34, the Water Valley Blue Devils 25.